Microphone check 1 2 1 2. This is your host, not son, baby. And this is another episode of Swingers After Dark. You know, you have dudes who ask me, yo, not son, what to do when she plays hard to get? Yo, not son, what to do when she's hot and cold? Man, listen, you need options, man. You need options as much as she has options, because obviously she's not putting you as her top choice. Obviously she's not putting you as her priority, and obviously she's not putting you as the same way that she's doing the next man that she's fucking. You know, she's fucking the next man, but she's coming to you as a shoulder to lean on. She's coming to you as a shoulder to cry on when old boy fucks her over. And the thing is that, you know, the reason why she's playing hot and cold and the reason why she's playing hard to get is because you're making yourself too accessible. Yeah, you motherfucker, you making yourself too accessible to the point where every time she texts you, every time she calls you, every time she's messaging you, every time she DMs you answer like clockwork. You know what I'm saying? It's like that dog who runs every time the dog hears the bell, and the dog is running to the master with saliva foaming on the side of the mouth. That's you. You're the dog who runs every time they hear the bell, and you can't be that person. You can't be that dude. You can't be the pushover. You can't be the shoulder to lean on because you too accessible. You feel me? You too accessible and you too damn accommodating. You're not a challenge to her. And then you wonder why you suffering from blue balls and dry dick because she's fucking the next dude who don't give a fuck about her. You give a fuck about this chick, but she doesn't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to treat her accordingly. You know, talk to as many women as you can. Go outside and shoot your shot, whether it's at the bar, at the lounge, at the gym, at the club, anywhere, outside on the street, at the job. Well, nah, not at the job. You shouldn't eat where you shit. But you get what I'm saying. You know, don't be a sucker for love and boo-hoo over a chick who doesn't give a fuck about you. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So listen here, to deal with women who are hot and cold and to deal with women who play hard to get, you don't deal with them. Why? Because you don't give a fuck about whether she hits you up or not. Why? Because you have other women to talk to. You know, when you have other women to talk to, you don't care if a woman plays hot or cold. You don't care if she plays hard to get. Because you're not fronting over that. You're not fretting over that. You don't care. You don't give a fuck if she's, you know, 1 minute she likes you, next minute she doesn't. 1 minute, you know, she want to suck your dick. The next minute she want to treat you like a stranger. You don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? You want to get to the point where I'm at. You want to get to the point where, you know, there's been times I'm talking to so many women. I'm fucking so many chicks that I wish I was cloned. You feel me? I wish there was another me so I could be in multiple places at one time. You know, it's actually like having too much. It could be bad sometimes. Just like having too little. And fellas, you know, having one female is just as good as having none. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that dude who's only making $8-10 an hour. He might as well be unemployed because he can't make a living off of that. Just like how you can't satisfy your needs by being with only one woman in a dating game. That's why you should shoot your shot. You should always listen. You should always converse with multiple women. I'm not saying that to be a male chauvinist. I'm not saying that to be a misogynist. I'm just saying that you need to exercise your options. Life is too short to be heartbroken over a chick who doesn't like you, over a chick who's not feeling you, over a chick who's not feeling you. All you are is a play brother. You're a glorified brother. You know, you don't want to be that dude who's crying over a chick because she fucking the next dude. You want to be that dude who's fucking that chick and then you send her off to the dude who's the fucking shoulder to lean on. You know what I'm saying? You want to change the game. And you know, you have to have this mentality that, you know, you value your manhood over pussy. It's just pussy. It's just a piece of fucking skin that feels good. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to cry and boo-hoo and kill yourself because this broad is not giving you the cooperation that you want. It's like, yo, leave that alone. Leave that shit back in high school. You're a grown man now. You feel me? So, fellas, to remedy that problem of, dealing with a chick who's playing hard to get, first of all, you don't deal with them at all. Second of all, make them operate on your time. And what do I mean by that? I mean that, you have so many women to the point where you have to pencil her in your schedule, to the point where she's asking you, when we gonna go out? What happened to our date? When we gonna fuck? She's asking the questions that you normally ask other women. You want to turn the tables. You don't want to be the desperate, sick puppy to the point where she doesn't respect you. Why? Because you're not an alpha male. You're a beta male who's crying about her attention. You don't cry over spilled milk. You go to the fridge and pour your ass another glass. You understand me? So, she's putting you in a friend zone while she's giving the next dude the end zone, if you know what I'm saying. So, fellas, never cry over a chick who's not liking you. Like those who like you. Love those who love you. You understand me? Do not, overextend yourself to a chick who doesn't appreciate your presence. You feel me? Do not be that dude. Because a lot of these chicks that y'all sweat, they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They do not have 2 pennies to rub against. They not shit. They broke. They have no aspirations, no goals, no ambitions, no drive. But yet you boo-hooing over the chick because she has a pretty face, fat ass, and big titties. It's like, yo, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like, focus on your money, because women come with the shit. You chase the bag. Don't chase pussy. You understand? So you chase the bag, get the money, and then the women would come. That's the effects of getting money, of being successful. Because when you become successful, it's going to be to a point where you're going to be beating chicks off of you because, you don't want to deal with them. They become a stress. So be careful what you wish for. But back to the lecture at hand, before I leave this episode of the podcast, I just want to say this. If you text a woman and she doesn't hit you up until days later, don't be so quick to text her back. You feel me? Like, take your time. Don't be too accessible. That's another problem. You too damn accessible to the point where you're not a challenge. How you expect this chick to respect you when you're not a challenge? When every time she hits you up, you're quick to hit her back. No, have something to do. Don't be too accessible. Be a challenge, be a mystery to these chicks. Have these chicks wondering. Keep these chicks on their toes to the point where they thinking to themselves, damn, do he like me? Damn, am I ugly? Damn, what I do to deserve this? You have to be that dude. And that's why you should have multiple women. If you don't have multiple women, then find a fucking hobby to keep your time occupied. Occupy yourself with something. Go on YouTube and learn something new. Read a fucking book. Get a hobby. Knit. Learn how to cook. Do something. Play with kittens. Buy a kitten if you're lonely. Just don't fuck the kitten. But get something. Get something to occupy your time so you wouldn't give rent. So you wouldn't, rent out your space to a chick who's not thinking about you. It's all about reciprocation, baby. It's all about reciprocating. If she's not giving you the affection that you're giving her, then you're a simp, you're a punk, you're a wimp, you're a beta male. You understand me? And fellas, it hurts my heart when dudes, they do not know their worth. They don't value their manhood. And when a woman sees that you don't value your manhood, then how you expect her to value you? Because she knows that she can control you with her womb. She knows that just because she's a woman and she has a slit between her legs, that you're under hypnosis. But meanwhile, the dude who's fucking her, he doesn't give a fuck about all that. He's just treating her like a grain of salt. You treating this chick like a queen, and dude who's fucking her, it's like, he got her on speed dial. She's like the dog who comes on command, just like how you're the dog who comes on command when she wants you. You're the play brother. You're the friend. You're the shoulder to lean on and the shoulder to cry on. Meanwhile, the dude who's fucking her don't give a fuck about her unless he want that nut. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say this again. Fellas, you know, when she plays hard to get and when she's hot and cold, that's your cue to talk to as many women as you can. That's not me being a male chauvinist. That's not me being a misogynist. That's not me saying that you should be a player. You should be a Mac. You should be deceptive. You should be conniving. That's not me saying you should be something that you're not. That's me saying that you need to get some motherfucking options. You're just as good as your options. Real talk. You need some options. You know, you know how like squirrels, like before the winter, they bury their nuts. So when it becomes spring, they get their nuts back. You need to be like a damn squirrel. So you get that nut for a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? So fellas, you know, don't be the yo-yo to a woman. Don't be that yo-yo. Like she'll throw you away and pull you back on the string whenever she feels like it. You know, value your manhood. Value your manhood so the woman can see the value in you. That's the message for this episode of the podcast. You know, it's just pussy. You feel me? Yes, I know it feels good. Well, if you're a virgin, you would know about that. But if you're a virgin and you never had pussy before, then I advise you to stick your dick in silly putty so you can know how pussy feels. And if you want to know how clean pussy smells like, then, you know, smell a wet potato, a clean wet potato, not a rotten wet potato. You feel me? So, you know, don't sweat these chicks, man. Life is too short. Life is too motherfucking short to sweat these chicks who don't sweat you. Love those who love you. You know what I'm saying? And put your priorities in order. Keep your life in order because women going to be around. You know, women are going to be around and, you know, be a challenge, be a mystery. Be a challenge, be a mystery. And, you know, and the rest going to be history. You feel me? And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark. And this is your host, Nasun, baby. Check out my website at www.nasunblaze.com. That's www.nasunblaze.com. And get my ebook, You, Me, Us, Them, The Swinger Manifesto. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. Why? Because I wrote the bitch. Ow. And, you know, share, subscribe, like, rate, comment on this podcast. Swingers After Dark podcast. Tell a friend, tell a foe, tell families, anybody about this podcast. Yeah, dig. And on that note, until next time, peace. And don't kiss them hoes in the mouth, man.